The DC court order yesterday turns on whether Clearview's facial recognition can meet standards of evidence if you write software, build AI products, or read the news on surveillance. This is the tech under the hood from zero. First, a distinction. That most reporting, it blurs face detection, says there is a face in this image, and where it is, facial recognition says this face belongs to a specific person. Detection is easy. Modern models get 99+%. Recognition is much harder. How recognition actually works. Step 1, face is cropped and normalized. Step 2, a neural network turns it into a vector, usually between 128 and 512 numbers. That vector is called the face embedding. It represents the face's identity, not its appearance. It's the classic model, FaceNet, from Google Research, 2015, trained so that two photos of the same person have embeddings that are close together in vector space, and two different people have embeddings far apart, distance measured with Euclidean or cosine. The three matching modes, different in practice, very different. In accuracy, mode 1, one-to-one verification. Are these two photos the same person used for unlocking your phone? Baseline accuracy, 99+. Mode 2, one-to-n identification. Given this photo, who is it? From a gallery of n known people, used for border control, missing persons. Accuracy depends on n, and image quality falls off quickly. Mode 3, end-to-end screening. Given a live camera feed, find anyone in our watch list, used for airport surveillance citywide. CCTV accuracy in real-world conditions, well below 50% on the harder tasks. The threshold problem. Every match returns a similarity score, 0 to 1. You choose a threshold above which you call it a match, set it high, you miss real matches. False rejection, set it low, you call two strangers a match. False acceptance. There is no threshold that fixes both. The ROC curve plots false acceptance rate against true acceptance rate at every possible threshold. The area under the ROC curve is a common metric, but in criminal cases, the relevant number is false acceptance rate at operational threshold, and that number is rarely disclosed. The gallery size effect. This is critical. If your system has a 1 in 10,000 false acceptance rate per person, and you search against 10 million people, you get 1,000 false positives per query on average. Clearview searches 70 billion images. Do that math. So, to recap, facial recognition turns a face into a vector, FaceNet style. Distance in vector space determines match probability. Three modes, one-to-one, one-to-n, end-to-end, get progressively harder. The threshold trades false accept against false reject. Gallery size multiplies false positives, and demographic accuracy varies. The Clearview case turns on whether the specific two-step workflow meets criminal evidence standards. That's from zero. Subscribe, Honest Tech, every day.